Hey, I'm Dummy, and this is my list of my 15 favorite LEGO sets that have come out so far this year. This is obviously subjective, and to be clear, this list only includes sets released up until July 1st of 2026. For example, the Sagrada Familia is not on here, but could definitely make it onto my end of year video. With all that being said, let's get right into the list. First up, at 15th, we have by far the smallest set on the list, the 166 piece 31376 cute hamster with a flower. I just think this one is adorable and it wouldn't have felt right not to include it. I also do think it has some cool building techniques, especially with how its feet look and the flower itself. It's 10 bucks and definitely worth a pickup if you just want something cute to have on your desk or whatever. At 14th is 40926 Sega Mega Drive console, also known as Sega Genesis console. The most interesting feature of this build is the ability to customize it as a Sega Genesis, as it was known in North America, or a Sega Mega Drive, as it was called in the rest of the world. The naming scheme itself was interesting because, though well established in the rest of the world, Sega was something of a joke in the United States, and the Master System, its previous console, had sold extremely poorly there. Due to that, the decision was made to call the console the Genesis here, symbolizing a fresh start for the brand. Anyways, the console looks solid for $40, comes with two controllers, has some customizability, and even comes with a recreation of the Sonic 2 cartridge, one of the system's most popular games. At lucky number 13 is 77984 Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler. I'm a big Jurassic franchise fan, and this set is no exception, especially because it's not incredibly expensive for what you get. The Jeeps are obviously super iconic within the franchise, and I think it's a great upscaling of 76958 Dilophosaurus Ambush, although obviously this set does not include Dilophosaurus. At 200 bucks for 1924 pieces, this is one of the more expensive sets on the list, but I think that as a set with two IP licenses to deal with, it gives you a lot for the price, with the figure of Nedry with the Barbasol can being a highlight for sure. Up to number 12 now, we have 77093 Ocarina of Time, The Final Battle. The brick built Ganon is the highlight here, and his tail is incredibly well done. He looks really menacing, and Link and Zelda working in tandem to defeat him while standing on Hyrule Castle is a perfect example of a good battle scene, much like the Emperor's Throne Room diorama from Star Wars. At 130 bucks for 1003 pieces, it is a bit steep price-wise, but I think it looks great even for the price. Additionally, with the recent news of an Ocarina of Time remake being in the works, this set is even cooler, and you have to wonder if it was purposefully released this year because of that. In 11th place, I chose 42221 NASA Artemis Space Launch System rocket. This is a great looking set with a super fun Technic mechanism that allows the rocket to actually launch and the solid rocket boosters to separate from it. And it even includes some flame pieces coming from the bottom of the boosters and engines to help simulate that look. It has 632 pieces and retails for 60 bucks, which I think in this case is extremely fair, especially because of how impressive the Technic mechanism is. Another fun detail is the four astronaut nano figures that come with the set, which look appropriately small compared to the rocket. Moving into the top 10, I chose 76344 Iron Man Mark III Collector's Edition. This one definitely has a weird name, and I'm not sure if the Collector's Edition part was necessary, but that's basically the only bad part of the set. It comes with a minifigure to match the main build, retails for $130, and comes with 1,297 pieces, so almost exactly 10 cents per piece. I think the core on this build especially looks cool, and I think they made it pretty much as close to accurate as you could hope for with a LEGO set. The detailing on the legs is also really great, and Iron Man is probably my favorite Avenger, so this one was a pretty easy pick. At the ninth spot, I chose 75459 Imperial Lambda class shuttle. Honestly, I think this is really a great set. Adjusted for inflation, the $140 price and its price per piece ratio are essentially the exact same as the 2015 set of the same name, and they both offer their ups and downs. The center wing on the 2015 set is better, but honestly, I like the minifigure lineup on the 2026 set more, and I believe that it represents that part of Mando Season 2 super well. The build itself also still looks great, and at 961 pieces, it is sizable. I've always loved the Imperial Shuttle look, and the UCS set is still a grail for me, but this is certainly a good piece to play around with or put on your shelf. On to the Elite 8, I chose 71866 Ninja Character Display to come up next. With an initial popularity wave that left it sold out in most LEGO stores and the online store, this set was always going to be on the list. I've been a Ninjago fan since the beginning, and getting a set with all the main characters with a cool small build to go alongside them is something that people have been wanting for a long time. At $45 with 447 pieces, including 8 minifigures, it's an impressive value proposition as well. At the real lucky number, 7, I decided to put 11378 Douglas DC-3 Pan Am Airliner. At $220 and 1,903 pieces, this is a great complementary set to the previous LEGO Concorde, especially if you're an AV geek. It's really cool that they were able to use the Pan Am property for this, as the airline is often considered a symbol of the golden age of aviation, and the DC-3 was a huge part of that era. With Pan Am eventually becoming one of the largest operators of the type, with over 90 planes used all the way from the late 1930s until the early 1960s, it's a fitting representation of the plane and it looks as good as you could want it to. The interior of the set is actually even better than the Concords, in my opinion, as you get a great full view of what's going on inside the plane, and even things like the lights and the landing gear are accurately modeled. In sixth place is 21365 Lovebirds. Honestly, I just adore how cute this set is. It's a super cozy and fun build, which at $50 for 750 pieces is also very fairly priced. I got this for my mom for Mother's Day and she loved building it. The tree itself looks great and is reminiscent of the fairly ubiquitous bonsai tree from LEGO, and with the snuggling birds on top, you get a really cute and affordable set you can give to a partner or someone else you care about. Into the top 5 now, I picked 71515 Tiger Shark Tank from LEGO Dreams. I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting to put a Dream set on here, especially because I am not super familiar with the line as a whole, but this was just so awesome that I kind of fell in love with it. I mean, just look at it. Everything from the figures to the giant cannon on top of the shark is super silly and looks great to boot. I especially like that it's literally just a giant shark with the ability to be a land or a sea vehicle, plus its two detachable elements. I don't think you'll find many better sets at $140, and at 1,548 pieces, this is worth a pickup. Oh, also the Grimspawn dude with a top hat is ridiculously funny looking, and I could not go without mentioning that. Next up, in fourth, is 75441 Venator class attack cruiser. This is one that I picked up on day one, and it's one of my favorite Starship Collection sets that they've ever released. To get the elephant out of the room, yes, it is $80, and it's only 643 pieces, which isn't great. But it has a lot of larger pieces, and it looks impressive, even when compared to other Starship Collection sets. It's so well detailed, and the engines are done better than I thought would have been possible at this scale. It's definitely good to wait for a sale on this one, but I absolutely have no regrets putting it in my top 4. Up into the top 3, in third place, I have 80121 Ancient Moon Gazing Inn. Just wow. The build here is a real wonder to behold. The roof tiles are extremely well made, the balconies are intricate, and the Chinese characters all form a very real looking scene. The very varied style of minifigures add to this, and there are basically endless possibilities for how you could pose a scene here. Bonus points also have to be given for including a Lego horse, of course. In its entirety, at $130 and with 1,530 pieces, this set does an excellent job of showcasing a cute little inn, with its interior offering a homely feel for any arriving travelers. And now on to the second spot, I chose 77985 Dinosaur Fossils Triceratops. If you watch my 2025 set ranking video, you'll know that I love these dinosaur skeleton sets, and this one is no exception. It's on a smaller scale than the previous Tyrannosaurus set, and because of that, it is only $110 for 1,154 pieces, compared to $250 for 3,145 pieces with the T Rex. It comes with a Dr. Harding minifigure too, which is a cool inclusion for a character who is certainly more notable in the Jurassic Park book than he is in the film. The build makes the fossil really look like it's mounted on a display, which is a good inclusion and makes it feel more real. In totality, I believe this is a great addition to this style of set, and I hope we get some more, like maybe a Stegosaurus. Finally, and perhaps obviously, at number 1 is 11377 The Lord of the Rings Minas Tirith. Coming in at 8,278 pieces and $650, this set is an absolute behemoth. It portrays one of the grandest and most splendid set pieces in film, and does so in a way that gives it a great sense of scale while not skimping on minifigures. It includes a spectacular, well thought out interior with great attention to detail given to the exterior as well, with the fountain, tree, and Tower of Vectelion very accurately modeled. The set is spectacular, and it's pretty incredible that both this and Barad-dûr now exist in LEGO form. Well, that's everything for this list. Let me know your thoughts and anything you change down in the comments. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.